On last week's episode, Sailor Jane McKenzie sat down with Lily Morris to discuss her teen entrepreneurship. Today, she takes a deeper dive into the business. Hope Squad has partnered with nonprofit organization Souls for Souls to raise 5,000 pairs of shoes for those in need. Allison Wood walks us through the purpose later in the show. Many find Christmas to be about joy, gathering, and giving. A neighborhood street has taken this one step further to create a lively light show.
We just wanted to bring some light to everybody and bring something for people to look forward to.
Live from Studio 301 at Prosper High School, this is Eagle Nation News.
Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. Today is Friday, December 11th. I'm Julia Bizion.
And from 6 feet away, I'm Grace Esquivel.
Following in the footsteps of the UK and Bahrain, Canada became the third country to approve the Pfizer and BioNTech COVID vaccine for use. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has taken both a health and economic stance, saying that he wishes to have this vaccine administered to 3 million Canadians by the end of the first quarter of next year and 38 million by September 2021. Trudeau believes that the vaccine rollout would spark economic growth and help the economy recover by mid-2021.
On Wednesday, the Federal Trade Commission sued to break up Facebook, asking a federal court to force Facebook to sell off assets such as Instagram and WhatsApp as independent businesses. The FTC claims that Facebook has maintained a monopoly position by buying all the companies they see as competitive threats and by imposing restrictive policies that hinder Facebook's actual or potential rivals. This announcement is a major step that has been 10 years in the making because of Facebook's fast growth in the last 10 years with such little government oversight.
Texas Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton filed a lawsuit with the Supreme Court against Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Michigan, accusing these states of, quote, unlawful election results. In these 4 states, President-elect Joe Biden won the popular vote, and Paxton argues that this is only because election rules were changed in these states due to coronavirus concern, which is unconstitutional. While this case regarding popular vote is a controversial topic, election law experts were quick to say that the Supreme Court would likely not take the case.
Christmas is a time when many individuals give to those in need, which is exactly what Hope Squad is doing with its shoe drive. Allison Wood gives more details on this shoe drive and how you can help.
Prosper High School's Hope Squad has joined forces with the program Souls for Souls to hold their very own collective shoe drive. Together, they plan to collect 5,000 pairs of shoes.
So we partnered with them just because we wanted to find a way to help our community, not only mentally, but also physically. And so this was just another opportunity that we've had, a great opportunity just to partner with them and to be able to satisfy these people's needs.
The drop box for shoes is located in room 2214, as well as in the staff mailroom, and the donated shoes go to those in need across the world and locally.
To the people that these are going to, they haven't really had shoes their whole life, or at all pretty much. So they're grateful for pretty much anything. So far we've seen a lot of pretty much everything. We've seen basketball, tennis shoes.
The shoe drive is continuing through December 18th, which leaves plenty of time to stomp out poverty. Students and staff can bring any new or gently used shoes to contribute to those in need. I'm Allison Wood reporting for Eagle Nation News.
'Tis the season of giving and sports playoffs. Our football is in the postseason and basketball is in full swing. Live in studio with your Game Time Sports Update is Rich Daniel.
Thanks, Julia. Last Friday, the Prosper Eagles football team pulled out a nail-biting win over McKinney Boyd, defeating the Broncos 29-28. Football is set to face off against undefeated Flower Mound Marcus this Saturday at noon in the Eagles' first district playoff game. With football season coming to a close, both girls and guys basketball seasons are already underway. So far, the boys have had a solid start and are currently 5-3, just coming off an 80-67 win against Plano High. Aiming for another win, they are scheduled to take on Bowie at home at 8 p.m. tomorrow. The girls have started the season 4-5 and are coming off a close loss against McKinney North, falling to the Bulldogs 61-58. The Lady Eagles take on South Lake Carroll tomorrow night at 6:30 at Carroll. Moving from high school to pro sports, the Dallas Cowboys suffered another disappointing defeat in a rare Tuesday night game against the Baltimore Ravens, losing 34-17. This was the result of a lacking defense as the Ravens amassed 294 rushing yards led by QB Lamar Jackson with 94 yards and a touchdown. On a more hopeful note, the Dallas Mavericks have their first preseason game against the Milwaukee Bucks Saturday night at 7 as they look to have a strong start to the season. Winter is here, and in Prosper that means 2 things: the start of playoff football and, of course, Prosper basketball. With a new team dynamic on the boys basketball team, players and coaches are still finding ways to dominate the hardwood.
Prosper basketball has had a great team year after year, and last year's was nothing but impressive. finishing the season with 27 wins and only 7 losses, but having some star players from last year moving to Rock Hill this year, leaving us to wonder how the team has been playing on the court.
I feel like it really shaked up the lineups that we had, really, but it helped coach see different potential in other players who didn't get too much playing time last year, and it helped us have better chemistry with all the players on the team rather than just a few starters, which is pretty nice.
Throughout a season, it may take more than just players. It takes a good coach with a good coaching system and an even better culture.
Well, I think it's important that, we did graduate some really good basketball players, and we did lose some returners over to Rock Hill High School, but the core's always been here. We have 9 seniors. They've been here for multiple years in our program, and so I think when it comes to chemistry, it all comes down to we wanted to prepare for this season last year, and unfortunately we weren't here in March, we weren't here in the summer, and the guys have done a really good job with all the new protocols and stuff. I think it made it a little bit rocky at the early part of the season, but chemistry is definitely showing, winning 5 of our last 6 games. Well, I think one of our key focuses is we've been saying the motto "Carpe Diem," seize the day, and I think right now with what we're dealing with, we need to just make sure that every day that we get better.
It seems like Prosper basketball is doing just fine after losing some key pieces to the puzzle. I'm Caden De La Garza, reporting with Eagle Nation News.
When we return, we'll discover one of the exciting new tools in an interesting new space located in the nest.
Madeline Wentz shares how one gadget is making its debut in the new makerspace.
PHS students are familiar with the Nest, formerly the library, but there's a room inside of it that takes learning to the next level. The Future Ready Makerspace provides students and teachers with state-of-the-art tools to promote learning and innovation. Among these tools is a 3D printer.
It's a 3D file that will then melt down the filament to form into whatever object or creation you have made.
The Future Ready designers have already created various 3D printed objects, one of them being a miniature homecoming float.
We created a homecoming float. It was actually kind of a joke because Dr. Burdett was commenting on how spirited we were during the homecoming dress-up weeks, and so he was joking with us and said, "Are y'all going to come up to school in a homecoming float?"
The 3D design is built in a program called Tinkercad, which is uploaded through KissSlicer into the polyprinter program. The printer then prints the object in thin layers made of melted filament, a type of plastic. It can take several minutes to a couple hours depending on the size of the object being printed.
The little figurines took about 20 minutes each, and then the actual casing took several hours.
The 3D printer in the Future Ready design space is a polyprinter, one of the fastest and most efficient 3D printers on the market. It can be used by sign-up only during the day and before and after school for both personal and academic purposes.
There is a form on the Nest website that students can fill out to request a time to sign up. You can also email myself or Mrs. Miller.
I'm Madeline Wentz, reporting for ENN.
Moving on from cutting-edge technology to the hottest entertainment news, Will Carlisle's in studio with this week's installment of Talent Talk.
On December 8th, Apple announced the brand new AirPods Max. In contrast to past versions of AirPods, the AirPods Max feature over-ear headphones and a mesh headband to create a true surround sound feel. The cutting-edge headphones feature an array of components similar to the previously released AirPods Pro. Some of these features include transparency mode, which allows the user to hear audio from the headphones as well as hear their surroundings, noise cancellation mode, which cancels outside noise and emits only audio in the user's ears, and spatial audio, which creates a surround sound feel when listening to movies or games. The AirPods Max come in 5 colors, including space gray, silver, sky blue, green, and pink, and will be available for $550 on Tuesday, December 15th. Maybe we'll see these headphones in some of the audio classes soon, but for now, check out what tools the agriculture classes utilize to advance their skills.
Nestled in the back of Prosper High School is a greenhouse that people may not know about. Jordan Loving teaches agricultural science, and her students often utilize the building.
We use the greenhouse for our horticulture pathway in agriculture science. We use it for multiple things. Primarily throughout the year we have mother plants in there, so they're just regular plants, but we do cuttings off of them and propagate plants that way.
This special little place is home to many types of plants, some that are even grown in-house.
There is a variety of plants in the greenhouse. We have everything from your common house plants to succulents.
Not only is the greenhouse home to many plants and flowers used by Floral Design, but it also encourages students to become more familiar with the plants.
There's so many skills from working in the greenhouse that you can learn. First of all, just how to work with plants and how to monitor their health.
For Eagle Nation News, I'm Brady Anderson.
After this short break, we discover how 1 Street in Prosper is filling the community with extra Christmas joy.
With the holiday season underway, many families are decorating their houses with colorful lights. Emily Baldwin sheds light on 1 Street in Prosper that went above and beyond.
Christmas is a time when many families go out to enjoy holiday festivities. However, because of COVID-19, many of these events are unable to happen. For Prosper residents, however, some neighbors in Whitley Place found a way to still have some holiday spirit during an uncertain time.
After 2020, this rough year and how crazy it's been, we just wanted to bring some light to everybody and bring something for people to look forward to, and just joy and happiness and light.
With so many colorful lights, the street has become a popular place in the neighborhood for local families to take pictures.
We have people driving from Dallas, from McKinney, Frisco, Plano, Salina, Prosper, everywhere.
The Prosper Tunnel of Lights is located in Whitley Place on Beechwood Drive. It is open from 6 to 10 every night until December 30th, so anyone can venture out to take a look at the lights. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Emily Baldwin. Prosper.
Our girls soccer team recently defeated fellow PISD school Rock Hill. Mr. Kama sits down with a player to gain insight into this new rivalry.
Thank you, Julia. I'm your host, Mithra Kama, and with me today I have Haley Nichols, one of our girls soccer players. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So yesterday you went face-to-face with Rock Hill. Tell me, how did you feel going into the game and what was the outcome?
So a lot of us were pretty nervous because it's a relative new team and it was our first time playing all together, but I think we went out and did pretty good and we got the win, so.
That's great. So ranked number 2 in the state, how does your team typically prepare for games?
So before games, we have very strong superstitions. We have to keep the same lines, be next to the same people, and we like to get pumped up in the locker room, and then we just go out there and do what we have to.
Mm-hmm. How has the importance of teamwork been reflected in your games?
So every single game is different and every team plays differently and everyone brings their own talents to the game, and we all just have to work hard and play for each other.
Mm-hmm. And being a senior and this being your last season, how are you making the most of it knowing that it could be over at any minute because of COVID?
So especially with COVID, like all the seniors are just playing like every game is their last, and yeah.
Thank you. Many individuals have taken the opportunity to branch out and buy from small businesses this holiday season. Sailor Jane McKenzie highlights one boutique run by a mother-daughter duo here in Prosper.
With the coming of the holiday season, many Prosper students are at a loss for where to shop when it comes to small businesses. But Becky and Lily Morris have tons to offer in their brand new boutique on Main Street.
I was in fashion for a long time as my career. I did fashion shows and special events, and so I've always loved fashion, and even though I kind of quit that job to be a full-time mom, I always wanted to get back to it.
Lily Morris, Becky's daughter, is the co-founder of Lily Claire and has worked to make this boutique come to life from the very beginning.
My mom and I started this together, and she had kind of had the idea for the past couple years, and then COVID happened, and I was just like, we should try to do this. We should try to find somewhere and Prosper and try to make this like an actual boutique.
The merchandise in Lily Claire is a variety of different styles.
It's a mix of my style and Lily's style. We really love a lot of the same things, but we also maybe style them or wear them differently.
We really have something for everyone. We have super cute jackets, dresses, shirts, skirts, all the way to like really cute sweat sets or comfy clothes. Like we have these adorable sweatshirts, say blonde and brunette, you know. Whatever your style is, we have it here. We have something for you. We just kind of like work really well together. We're a good team, so it's been really nice, and I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Sailor Jane McKenzie.
That's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. I'm Grace Escobar.
And I'm Julia B. Zion. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.